joy in my day. Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make. God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day. We are lifted up, we are lifted up, we are lifted up higher. We are lifted up, we are lifted up, we are lifted up higher. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make. God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make. God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. We are lifted.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. And let's stand for our first joy song with our lovely Rebecca Abraxas. Thank you for being here, Rebecca.
All right, here's a song about manifesting. Start with the chorus. It's an easy chorus to follow. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. I'll do it again. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. There is a guidance that we all have, comes with emotions that stab. Sometimes we feel heavy and it hurts to the core. There is a voice that opens next door. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. Small steps have the power to bring us higher. Between love and fear, become alive. Why? Pain over and over keeps us in a dark corner. Thoughts that give relief move us forward. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. Let spirit have its way with us. Let's hand over trust. What if what we think and say is the way we have to pray? Rise up today. We go. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today. One more time. Free to see another way, free to choose what we think and say. So rise up today.
And now we're looking out and spotting the little ones. Come on up, children. Come on up. Spider-Man got here first.
All right, if all the kids can come up, that way. Come on, Bill. You're welcome to come up. All right. We have some olders and a lot of littles. Come on, you can stand right here with me if you want, whatever you want to. Okay, if we have everybody. So next Sunday is the 26th, and we are doing Table or Treat in Foss Hall. If you don't know what that is, a lot of you have, or some of you have volunteered to decorate a table in whatever way you want to and wear a costume. And then all the kids, we will all be wearing costumes, all of us. And any of you that want to would be fun too. Hey, Harper. And we'll all go at 12 o'clock right after the service and go in, and we'll go around the tables, and you can get goodies and just see all the decorations, and it's really fun and really festive. So, and we still need one more person to do one more table or group or whatever. So if anyone wants to volunteer, that would be great. Otherwise, we're ready to go for that. And today we are working on, the kids and the youth are doing the whole service on November 23rd. And it's called A Crowded Table and Gratefully Belonging. And we're making a tablecloth today downstairs. And we're just staying with that theme. So you can bless us out. Okay.
joy. This is a joy chant. Joy, 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 joy. I'm living this day in the heart of joy. Joy, 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 joy. I'm living this day in the heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. Let me stay in my heart, let go of my mind. Let me be free, even when the world's unkind. Oh, all right, like you mean it, joy in your heart. Joy, 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 joy. I'm living this day in the heart of joy. Joy, 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 joy. I'm living this day in the heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. Let me be in my truth, whole and at peace. Let me know who I am. I'm God's masterpiece. Oh, joy, 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 joy. I'm living this day in the heart of joy. Joy, 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 joy. I'm living this day in the heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. In God's heart of joy. Nice job, everybody.
Now we shift into the quieter part of service with prayer and silent meditation. So we begin with music and then prayer and silent meditation led by Reverend Sue.
Changing gears. Catch your breath. Take a pause with me. It's gonna be alright. Take a pause with me. Let go of the fight. Take a pause with me. Let yourself be free. Take a pause with me. Neutralize what you see. Take a pause with me. We are rising up. Take a pause with me. Let faith fill your cup. grand risings here. We are rising up. We are changing the script. We are rising up. The scale is about to tip. Take a pause with me. It's gonna be alright. Take a pause with me. Let go of the fight. Take a pause with me. Let yourself be. Take a pause with me.
So I invite us into that pause. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to move into your heart space. Gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Become aware of love's presence that is all around us all the time, that is in this very room, that is in our very hearts. When we come from that place, I know that God is all. The Spirit is all. And because I am one with Spirit, I am all. I am all, with all the capacities to live an abundant life, to live a free life. And so I have the power to release. The power to release those stories that no longer serve me. The power to release those things that are holding me back from being all that I came here to be. The power to be present with all the potential for life abundant, for life joyful. I have the capacity to release. And as I release, there is a freedom. I can trust in that with my power of faith. Trust that releasing what is no longer serving me it will be okay. I will be okay. I can let go. And so I invite us all to just let go of whatever is standing in the way of a full, joyful, loving, wonderful life. We hold this for ourselves. We hold that we have this capacity. We hold it for everyone on our prayer list, every prayer request in our prayer box. Knowing that circumstances are what they are, and they too shall pass. As we release, as we trust, as we know, as we allow Spirit to work in our lives, through our lives, and as us. And so we pause again now in the silence where we listen to what wants to be released through you, as you, in you, as we sit together in the silence.
I'm in my head, and I don't like it anymore. Lately, all I do is keep the score. What would it take to lose my mind? Take a break, fly blind. I'm letting go, flying through the sky with my brand new wings and a heart that sings. I'm going out of my mind, erasing all the lines. There's a whole lot of me that wants to be My thoughts have taken so much of my space. Can't look in the mirror, my unfamiliar face. Too many years have been heavy to me. I could use some room to breathe. What would it take to play again, where the good times, they never come to an end? Bliss is me instead of a great escape. My eyes open wide and awake. I'm letting go, flying through the sky with a brand new wings and a heart that sings. I'm going out of my mind, erasing all the lines. There's a whole lot of me that wants to be free. down his darn hole, giving up always, being in control, where everything old is new again. What else is possible, my friend? I'm letting go, flying through the sky with my brand new wings and a heart that sings. I'm going out of my mind, erasing all the lines. There's a whole lot of me that wants to be
Thanks, Rebecca. Lovely to have you back. I'm super excited to introduce our guest speaker this morning, although she doesn't really need an introduction. Most of you know her. She is one of our own here. She calls Columbine her second family. She's one of our prayer chaplains. She has been coming here for, I don't know how long, but she's a big part of this community, brings a beautiful presence. She is a certified spiritual director. She got certified by Unity just in June. And she's on UWM's new website. You can see her being interviewed on there. She also has been a therapist for the last 20 years, and she has been speaking at other Unity churches throughout Colorado since February, and she's doing a great job. So we're just so pleased to have her give her debut talk here at the second service. First service was debut, first service. But I'm so glad to have Brooke Lindquist come up and be our guest speaker today.
I'm so excited to be here. I love you. Okay. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Rebecca. When I was growing up, if I was upset about something, my parents told me to go to my room and listen to my Annie record and sing, "The sun'll come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun." I kid you not. Did that help me feel better? No. I felt like my feelings didn't matter, that they weren't okay. Just as Dr. James says we were taught to do in his book, The 5 Questions, I literally kept my feelings behind closed doors. In my family, the only emotions we really expressed were those from the positive side of the spectrum, from good on up. I share this because we're on week 3 of our book study in Dr. James Mellon's book, The 5 Questions. So far, we've asked ourselves, why am I here? And what wants to know me? These are really great questions. And I hope if you've been reading along that you've been able to dig into these, really dive in and ask yourself these questions, either as you've been reading by yourselves or in your book groups. This week's question asks us, what wants me to release it? An interesting way to ask this question. There's so much to gnaw on as we make our way towards discussing this question. Dr. James talks about how from a young age he was taught to always put his best self forward. Can any of you relate? We've all learned so many expressions to smooth things over. He mentions phrases such as, "It's all good," or "No worries." In my family, the question we got at the end of the day was, "So you had a good day?" Yeah, I know. So many of us were taught to keep our problems behind closed doors, not to acknowledge those negative emotions, which worked fine until it didn't. Until the actual feelings came up around a situation were too much and spilled over. And we didn't know what to do with them because we never learned how to express them. Or we learned that it was wrong to express them or to even have them. But then all of a sudden we were having those feelings because they were too big to hide or to hold back. Feelings like anger or depression or anxiety. What did we do with them? These were big and important feelings, and we needed to figure out how to handle them, because the truth is, those feelings are just as important and valid as any other feelings. Unfortunately, for many of us, since we never learned how to express those feelings or to feel them or to handle them, we adopted unhealthy coping mechanisms. Overeating or undereating or substance use or social media or TV or overworking or shopping or any number of things. Cleaning. Does any of this sound familiar to any of you? Thank you, yes. And what started as coping skills became something that we learned to rely on, to cling to, maybe without even realizing we were doing it. Why do we do this? Why do we hold on to things that do not help us in any way? Dr. James says one of the hardest things we do in life is to let go. This week's study guide reminds us that in order to let go of something, we have to be willing to acknowledge that it isn't working. Easier said than done. So often we hold on to things that aren't working for us because we believe they keep us safe. Or they're habits that are hard to get rid of. Or we just enjoy how they make us feel. But when we really, really look inside, we find that we will be free when we release. Have you ever held on to something for too long because you believed you needed it to keep you safe? Or because you believed you needed it, period? But then when you took a deeper dive, you realized it was holding you back from living into your highest potential. Many of you know I had an eating disorder, anorexia, for over 30 years. Talk about something I held on to for a little bit too long. This was my unhealthy coping skill. I was in and out of treatment centers and hospitals for years, but I believed it kept me safe, literally. I remember looking in the mirror one time after a Bikram yoga class and saying to myself in my head, my unhealthy, emaciated self, "Nobody will abuse me now." I honestly thought those words in my head. I thought I was finally skinny enough to avoid being abused. I knew on some level that was not true. It took me several more years to finally get to the point where I was willing to release that belief, to release my eating disorder, mostly release it. I had to get to the place where I was willing to let it go, to let go of what I thought was keeping me safe so I could find freedom, to acknowledge that it was not working, and it was not working. The freedom I've found since releasing that monster is indescribable. and is definitely fodder for another talk. But suffice it to say, it was, as Dr. James says, one of the hardest things I have ever done. Dr. James has an important message for us. He says, we feel the need to be someone when, in truth, we already are someone. Each one of us is perfect from the inside out. Each one of us is perfect from the inside out. Can you just sit with that beautiful statement for a minute? Let it settle on your heart. No matter whether you are holding on to something or not, you are perfect from the inside out. No matter what kind of a day you are having, you are one with the divine. We are part of infinite love. No matter how we show up, that is not going to change. We are perfect from the inside out. Maybe you're holding on to negative self-talk. Maybe you're holding on to self-loathing or blame or guilt or an addiction or some other painful stuff. It doesn't matter. No matter what we have going on in our lives, we are divine love, perfect from the inside out. Louise Hay lived from 1926 to 2017. She believed that mental patterns and beliefs can manifest physically in the body. She taught that by changing our thoughts and beliefs, we can heal emotional and physical ailments. Her work emphasized self-love, positive affirmations, and the power of the mind-body connection. She's like awesome. I have her book, Trust Life, which are 365 affirmations. And it was pulled together after she transitioned. On October 10th, her entry reads in part, "Why do we so seldom ask ourselves, is that really true? For instance, why do I believe things like, it's difficult for me to learn? Better questions to ask are, is it true for me now? Where did that belief come from? Do I still believe that because a first grade teacher told me that over and over? Would I be better if I dropped that belief? Would I be better off if I dropped that belief? Released it? What beliefs can you release?" Dr. James firmly believes that identity is at the heart of most of our problems in life. He talks about how many of us don't know who we are. This is quite a statement. Most of us are adults who have been making our ways through lives just fine for however many years, thank you very much. And now Dr. James says we don't know who we are. What does he mean by that? He talks about being fearful that people would find out he wasn't who he was pretending to be. I think most of us have done that at some point in our lives, pretended to be someone we're not in certain situations. Whether it was in hopes that others would like us, or to impress our coworkers, or to get through challenging times by acting like we were okay when we weren't. I know I've done a lot of pretending to be okay when I'm not. I was also a card-carrying people pleaser for much of my life, although I've mostly let that go as I strive to live in authenticity. How does that serve us, really, to pretend? Does it help us connect to others in a genuine, heartful way? Does it help us live into our highest potential? No. You are the only one who knows if you have been living an identity that is not fully you. But I think if we're honest, many or most of us have done some pretending at various times in our lives. This is the ego at work. Our true selves are desperate to shine through and live into who we really are. And it's time to let go of the other stuff. Speaking of identity, of living into who we really are, Dr. James believes that who we are is who we decide to be. And that has everything to do with what we hold on to and what we release. He says, we come from generations of people who have learned that who they are is something visible, something traceable, something unchangeable. But that's not the truth. Excuse me. Who we are is whoever we decide to be. He goes on to explain, we create lives, careers, pseudo-personalities that keep us from addressing our very nature of our being. We mistake who we are with what we do. We mistake who we are with what we do. Have any of you ever done that? Yeah. We go to parties and we end up talking about what we do rather than who we are, what we love, what our passions are. Who we are is what we decide to, who we are is who we decide to be. What do you think of this statement? Certainly, we have choices about how we show up in the world. Choices about how we respond to the situations we encounter every day. Choices about what wants me to release it. A very different question from what do I want to release. What wants me to release it? I tell you, I struggled with this question for a long time because I kept thinking about it as what do I want to release? And boy, I want to release a lot of stuff. I want to release my grief, my longing for a partner, my tendency towards clutter. And if you've been in my car or seen in my basement, you would want me to release my clutter too. My self-judgment. I want to release so many things. But none of that felt right. Dr. James says, but then I heard the way the question was posed. It's not asking me what I want to release. It's asking me what wants me to release it. For some reason, this felt different, as though there was something in me that needed to be let go and, in fact, was pressing me to do so. One night, in the middle of the night, I was lying in bed thinking. Any of you do that in the middle of the night, lie in bed thinking? It's really annoying. I was thinking about a recent breakup, and all of a sudden I felt this rage. Rage. Now, as you know, I grew up in a family that didn't do negative emotions, especially anger. In fact, my parents used to brag that they'd never gotten in an argument. I didn't do anger. I had honestly never really felt angry. I know that you probably think that's nuts, but it's honestly true. I had avoided it like the plague. I had modeling that it just wasn't part of the equation. I had a terrifying experience with a neighbor when I was 6 years old that petrified me. And since then, I just avoided it. And so when this rage bubbled up inside of me, you will not believe what happened. I welcomed it. I was like, oh, there it is. I started to feel really angry. Angry that I lost my mom to Alzheimer's in January, 2 months after I lost my aunt to the same stupid disease. Angry that Alzheimer's exists at all and that it claims so many amazing people. Angry that my little brother is an alcoholic, and now I'm angry that he has brain damage, and that 2 weeks ago we had to move him into a memory care facility at the age of 53. Angry that I spent 30 plus years of my life struggling with an eating disorder. Angry that I still have a hard time with desserts, even though I'm doing so much better with my eating. Angry that I worry about money, even though I tithe every single week. Angry at the state of our country, angry at the state of our world. I mean, my anger was having a field day. And this anger just poured out of me. It was this huge, ginormous release, and it felt so good. It was beautiful, and it was freeing beyond words. And I realized this is what wants me to release it. My anger. The floodgates opened, and I released. And in order to release my anger, what I get to do is feel it. That's it. To feel it and work with it and let myself continue to experience it. It's a heart thing, a body thing. And you know what I'm learning about anger is it's not a big, hairy, scary T-Rex of a monster, which if it was a T-Rex, it would be a dinosaur, not a monster, but that's beside the point. Anger is just another emotion. It's not a negative emotion. It's on par with joy and love and sadness and fear and gratitude and anxiety and compassion. It's just another emotion. And now I get to feel it and express it and not be petrified by it. Not cower from it, but allow it. Zen master Philip Kaplow says, living fully means feeling fully. It means being completely one with what you are experiencing and not holding it at arm's length. Reading this chapter has expanded my emotional existence, and I am so grateful. But like I said, it took me a while to get here. I was looking at this question from the outside in rather than from the inside out. I was trying too hard. Sometimes, as Dr. James says, a soft breeze comes along that dances across your cheek. And often that breeze is carrying a lot of information. You just have to listen. He explains there is an energetic pulse to life moving through us with ideas and information and vibrations. A pulse, this pulse is who we are. It is alive inside of us. We can choose to listen to it and act on it or not. And it starts from when we're young, and we file it away for use at another time. I take this to mean that I learned from a young age that anger was just not safe, and that it was not okay. But that soft breeze that showed up showed me that that night it carried information that it was finally safe for me to feel it, to express it, to become it, to allow it. And so I did. What wants me to release it? What in you wants to be released? What in your life is asking for your attention? Is asking to be noticed, felt, acknowledged, released? Have you felt a soft breeze bringing you attention, bringing you information? It may come at the most random time, in the middle of the night, or when you're eating dinner, or when you're having coffee with a friend. The key is to listen, to be in touch with yourself, and tap into that sweet place inside that is open to what Spirit has to offer you. Allow yourself to ponder this question in meditation, or while you're out walking, or knitting, or baking, or dancing, or doing yard work, or playing with your kids, doing whatever you love to do. Allow yourself to listen and to let the question answer itself. Let the soft breeze dance across your cheek. What wants me to release it? What wants me to release it? We've touched on a lot today. Now you get to sit back and listen to what your body and your heart are telling you. Remember that the answer might not come right away. Don't try too hard. Know that there is no right answer. And what wants you to release it may surprise you. It sure surprised me. Thank you so much for being here, for journeying into release land, and for seeing what is possible. So much love to you.
There's a time when we walk into another's lives and we share the light until we hear spirits say, I'm guiding you on another way, walk away. Rose-colored glasses have gotten unclear, but when I shed my fear, the energy finds me and I start to clearly see. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away into the light, into the sunshine, into the light, going into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, walk away. The energy is shifted, I'm trying hard to say. The anchor is lifted, oh, the current is too strong. I'm being pulled along. Walk away, oh, walk away. Walk away, walk away into the light, into the sunshine, into the light, going into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, walk away. Now I feel troubled and I feel confused, but I know I've got to follow the light. Walk away, walk away, into the sunshine, into the light, going into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, walk away. Good to go. The air is lighter, my spirit is brighter, and I'm following the next step, and sunshine's on my doorstep. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away into the light, going into the sunshine, into the light, into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, walk away. All right, I see some head bobs. Let's let this morning ignite the light and the joy in us, right? Head bob. Tap your feet. Here we go, one more time. sunshine into the light. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. Thank you.
It's so wonderful how Rebecca and other musicians tie the music to the message. We're grateful for that and for your talk, Brooke. Thank you so much. Beautiful. So let's take a moment and just remind ourselves why we're gathered here together today by saying our purpose statement together. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And there are so many ways that each of us do that. We all have different spheres of influence, and one that we share is here at Columbine. And one of the ways that we invite you to help Columbine continue to thrive and serve each of us is through your financial sharing. So please say together with me our offering blessing. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And we are very grateful for the many ways in which each of you shares your time, talent, and treasure. And as the offering bags make their way through the sanctuary, let's turn and give a wave to our online viewers. Hello out there in virtual land. We're glad to connect with you. And also our production team that makes it possible up there. And if this is your first time here or first time in a long time, please join us in Foss Hall afterwards. We'd love to get to know you a little bit better or reconnect if it's been a while. And let me tell you a little bit about the community news that's coming up. We are searching for our next great part-time administrator here for our team, our leadership team here at Columbine. And Reverend Sue has all the details, but basically we're looking for somebody who loves to give attention to detail and can work as a team member, but also independently, and is really committed to what we create here on a daily and weekly basis. And today, we are only a few days away from staying alive in 2025. It's Friday evening, and wait till you see the boots I got, folks. Just wait. And so, if you don't have something cool to wear, that's okay. We just want to see your face. We want you to be there. And so, the ticket sales for the advanced ticket price, the ticket sales end tomorrow night. So, tomorrow at midnight, I'm going to stay up late, turn it off. Just kidding. I will take care of that Tuesday morning. But then after that, we won't sell any tickets until the day of the event. So you're welcome to walk in, and then it will be an $85 ticket price. But there are all kinds of fabulous things for you to experience at this event, and we hope that you'll join us. And one of the things that we want to tell you a little bit more about via this video clip is about what the Green Team Collective has been up to. So let's see what Johnny has to tell us about that.
But since we're talking about this October 24th fundraising dinner, the idea is from the Green Team for everybody to bring their own plates and utensils, because we don't want to be using these plastic things, spoons and knives and cups, right? We don't want to use this because it fills up the landfill, and plastic gets in the rivers, the oceans, and our brains. Ooh. So bring your own plates, bring your own utensils. There'll be a place to clean up or rinse off. You could even put them in bags that Lorraine and her crew is making and take them home. And there we go, right? Don't fork it up.
With a little help from his grandson, I think. Yeah. So please keep that in mind if you don't have your place setting yet. And there's going to be a prize for the grooviest one. So just look around, if you have anybody who's kind of been keeping things from way back when, go visit their house, borrow something. And then the 2 days after that, we will have our table or treat, and Jeannie mentioned that at the beginning. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask me or our ambassador at the end of the service. And we are going to have a lot of fun. It's an intergenerational thing. And then the art show and craft fair is coming up, and Lisa Tusignan is up in the booth, and she's leading that for us as usual. And so if you would like to share with us your creativity, you can just display things or you can have items for sale. And we do want to hear from you sooner rather than later so we know how many people to plan for this annual event. And then our first Friday for November is coming up, and that is with Divino Bet Satori with kirtan and music medicine. So if you're not familiar with that, you can get a little more detail about that in the weekly email update. And also, there's a link to his website, or I guess the group's website, and you can learn more about that, but we do invite you to that as well. So you've got all kinds of opportunities to connect here and just build your community here. And we invite you to do all of that. And who is our ambassador for today? Bill Holmes is our ambassador. So look for him if you have questions. He'll be circulating around, and he will be happy to answer questions for you, whether you are new or whether you have a question and you've been here for quite a while. And who are our prayer chaplains today? Helene, and Lisa. Lisa's wearing a lot of hats today. So we're very grateful for our vibrant prayer chaplain team and the way that they show up every single week for us. So please take advantage of that. They're very skilled and heart-filled. And now let's stand for our final song and our prayer for protection.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. Feels good to go. The air is lighter. My spirit is brighter, and I'm following the next step. And sun shines on my doorstep. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away into the light, into the sunshine, into the light, going into the sunshine, into the light. Walk away, walk away. I feel troubled and I feel confused, but I know I've got to follow the light. Walk away, walk away, into the sunshine, into the light, going into the sunshine.